reach 5 o'clock from Power Oil. To all the men we know they give up for Naija, we salute on our power from Power Oil.
Welcome back to the second debate of the day. Season 8, I beg to differ student debate tournament. These are some of the brightest minds across Lagos. And just a quick reminder, the tournament itself will progress to other cities of the country. And sometime next year, we'll have the national finals. The best minds from across the country converging on Lagos. Before that, though, there's a second Lagos finals, regional finals for the early part of the coming year, and plenty more to talk about. The second hour, I would like to say thank you to all of you for joining us. And please remember to refresh your feed on Facebook and YouTube so you can ensure what you're seeing is the right feed for this debate. We'll take it from there. Earlier on, you heard that debate between Shulamite Ikenna and Abiel Yunusa. Abiel triumphing on that occasion. It means she awaits the winner of this next debate. Before we go into that next debate, we do what we normally do, try to figure out live with her here present, and of course the two debaters will go head to head as we draw how they will argue in the round of 16, Yvonne.
That's right, Femi. That's what we're about to do now. So we're going to do this so that the debater, Abiel, can have her topic and her side and be on her merry way. And then the winner from this hour will get the topic as well.
Right after that. So Yvonne does the shaky so that you can pick a side. You can sit down now, Abiel, and you can also tell us you're internalizing. I like that expression. I wish the camera was on you, but I'd like to see your expression. Okay, you've seen the topic. How are you arguing in the next round? You're opposing. Opposing, huh? Okay. So, don't tell us what the topic is. We don't want to know yet. We will know on the day. This debate will be on Wednesday, I think?
Yes.
On Wednesday?
Yes.
Next Wednesday. Not this Wednesday. Okay? Wednesday next week. All right? All the best.
All right, then. My dear Abiel, as you get up to exit the studio, you're going to walk this way. All right? And try to squat because of that camera. So you're going to
under
squat.
The camera.
Yes, you're going to walk. Can you squat first and walk this way? Let's see you work your knees, baby girl. Work those knees. Come on, that's it. Now open the door. Absolutely. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, Yvonne. Goodness gracious. All right. So which brings us to the debate. Once again.
Absolutely. Charisma, would you mind adjusting that chair for us, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
A quick reminder, please refresh your feed. I just refreshed mine because I was still seeing Abiel and Shulamite on my feed. So I've just refreshed. If you haven't done so to yours, please do so right away.
Don't forget, we're also airing this debate on Kids FM. The dial is 101.7. That's the dial if you'd like to catch it, or if you'd like your kids to catch it on Kids FM, it is 101.7. And join the live streams. It is always fun when you interact with one another on the live streams and see what is happening here in the studio.
And just in case you refresh and you still see the previous feed coming up, go down a bit, scroll a bit, you will see a feed with a different debate topic, which starts with state governors, okay? Click on the one that starts with state governors. You'll hear more on that debate topic. Avoid the previous one, okay? Good. Time now to meet our two debaters. Let me start by saying welcome to a 13-year-old contestant. She's in SS2. She's a student of King's Anchor College. Her name, Nwagwu Olachi Vanessa. How are you doing, Vanessa?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Welcome to our studios.
Thank you so much.
Ever been here before?
No.
Ever been to any radio studio before?
No.
This must be something to treasure. No doubt. Please wear your headphones. All right? Thank you for joining us. Oh, the volume is high.
Yes.
Oh, the headphones too? Huh?
I'm cold.
You are cold.
Oh.
She is cold.
Once you start debating now, you will forget about the cold.
Heat will take you over. The debates do that to you. Welcome. So you've met Olachi Vanessa Nwagwu. What do your friends call you? Vanessa? Huh?
Olachi.
Olachi. They call you
Look at that.
more Olachi. Good. Her opponent is Ochia Odibe Charisma. Charisma is 15. She is... Somebody said she's in SSS5. I don't know what that means. But I don't know.
I believe she's in SS3.
It should be 3. Yeah. I think Sheriff should query somebody. Or himself.
We'll have to query himself.
She's a student of Agbede Senior Grammar School. Charisma, welcome.
Thank you.
Is that what your friends called you?
Yes.
Charisma?
Were you here in the last season?
No.
Have you ever been here?
No.
No.
Okay.
Ever been to a radio studio before?
No.
But you were going to say but.
Yeah, I think I was shortlisted one time. I think for season 7, but
Well, you
I
did-
couldn't get the email on time. So
I know because I've heard your name
name.
before.
Mhm. What's the proper pronunciation of the surname?
Ochia,
Ochia. Okay. And your Charisma. Your middle name is
Odibe.
Odibe. Okay. Welcome, Charisma. Welcome, Olachi. Are you both ready for this debate? Yvonne, do you want to help them with the reminders?
Yes, please. You were both told to prepare for both sides of the topic. Right. We will determine how you'll debate shortly. But remember that you'll get 4 minutes for the presentation and rebuttal rounds of the debate. For the closing round, you will get 3 minutes. You were also reminded that the presentation, that the closing round would no longer be point-based. In other words, no matter how many points you make in the closing round, they will not count. Which means you should make your points in the presentation and rebuttal rounds. Okay? During the rebuttal round, you must first refute your opponent's points before adding your own extra points if you have extra points to add. Any questions? Charisma, is that clear?
Yes.
Fantastic. Now you will determine, we're about to find out how you will debate. You already know your topic and you were told to prepare for both sides of the debate, of the topic. Good.
So the ritual goes on. Remember, should you tie, we will introduce a tiebreaker round. In that tiebreaker round, we will switch the sides. Okay, you will argue your opponent's side for a total of 5 minutes, just one off. After which, we'll break the tie, and one of you will go home, the other will progress to the round of 16. It would seem Olachi is the happier of the two, having
She
picked
looks
sides.
more stressed out than,
Does she?
than happy.
Oh, so that smile was okay. It's confusing. So, who's opposing? Who's supporting?
I'm opposing.
That's why she has that look on her face.
Oh, you're opposing. You wish, but you seemed happy. How about you?
Charisma will support the motion. Okay,
Yeah.
ladies, remember to speak directly into the microphone. The microphone is quite adjustable, okay? So make sure it is at the same level as your mouth. All right?
We'll give you a
Good. And then come closer to the mic.
yeah. You might pull your chair closer.
your
They are
chair
going to
closer.
destroy my mic, so okay,
Good.
very good.
That is good.
All right, we'll give you a minute to internalize your positions. We'll take a break. When we come back, it will be time for the debate.
Right, Lagos, the topic for this hour is, should state governors have immunity cover? Better yet, let me phrase it the way it is phrased here. State governors should not have immunity cover. Charisma will say they shouldn't indeed. This young lady here,
Olachi.
Olachi Vanessa, will say yes. I mean, Femi, what should she say? Now I'm confused.
Now I'm confused.
I think my brain has frozen.
Who is opposing again? No, she's
opposing. So she will say they should have immunity cover. Is that right?
Yes.
Olachi.
Yeah.
And then Ochia will say they should not have immunity cover.
Okay. It's clear as day. When we come back, we'll debate.
The first week of I Beg to Differ Season 8 is over, with 16 more players left in the playoffs. At 4 p.m. on Monday, Shulamite Ikenna and Abel UNICEF face off on the topic, should cultural heritage sites be protected during armed conflict? And at 5 p.m., Nwagwu, Olachi, Vanessa will face Ochia, Odibe Charisma. Their topic is, state governors should not have immunity cover. So far, 8 debaters have advanced to the round of 16, and 8 more will join them in week 2. I am Yvonne Okhaifo. Join Femi, Obong-Daniels and me on Monday to unravel the first 2 debaters to progress to the round of 16 in the new week. I Beg to Differ Season 8. 32 debaters, now 16. 1 winner, 1 million naira. Sponsored by Tollywood College, supported by Biloxi, Obiwizi, Lucas Green Fashion, Card Center Nigeria Limited, and Quadros Group. I Beg to Differ, a tournament of champions.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Special thanks to our production team led by Sheriff Quadri, and of course all the guys who make things happen. Tunde Abdul Salam, Olamide Fadoju, and Kenneth Odueme. Special thanks to all our sponsors: Tollywood College, Obiwizi, Lucas Green Fashion, Quadros, Biloxi, and Card Central Nigeria Limited. It is time now for this second debate of the day.
That's right. The topic remains: state governors should not have immunity cover. Charisma will say, indeed, they shouldn't. Vanessa Olachi will say, no, they should. We will start with the motion supporter, Ochia Odibe Charisma. It is time to open your case.
Should governors be shielded from immunity? Should they be shielded by immunity from accountability? The application of the immunity clause in the 1999 Constitution, particularly in the Fourth Republic, has elicited varying responses from groups, individual members of the public. Though it may seem as a shield, or may I say a sword, from frivolous lawsuits, immunity clause or immunity cover stands as a way and is a license for breaking the law in many countries, including Nigeria. Today, we gather to discuss a crucial issue affecting the very fabric of our democracy, and I pledge clarity, not confusion. With utmost respect, I say a good day to the moderators, the impartial panel of judges, the priestess timekeeper, dedicated staff of Nigeria Info FM, fellow debaters, and the ever-attentive audience. I am Ochia Odibe Charisma, a reputable student from Dagwe Review of Knowledge Agbede Senior Grammar School. Today, I will be firmly speaking in support of the motion, which state that state governors should not have immunity cover. Prior to stating my reasons, I will briefly define the keywords in the statement, which is immunity cover. Immunity cover refers to the protection granted to heads of states, governors, and other government officials from legal liability or prosecutions for actions taken while in office. I firmly believe that state governors should not have this cover, and my arguments will be centralized on the following points. First and foremost, shield from accountability. Immunity undermines accountability. When governors are not accountable for their actions taken while in office, the public becomes unresponsive to them. Let us all know that accountability is not a constraint, but a cornerstone of democratic governance. In addition, disregard for rule of law. Immunity cover creates a class of individuals above the law. This undermines the principle of equality before the law. When the citizens believe that their governors are above the law, they tend not to lean onto public participation or political participation. In addition, lack of public trust and engagement. Immunity fosters where...
Pace yourself, breathe. You still have time.
Immunity breeds cynicism and disengagement among the public, where the public criticize political activities. It is also pertinent to note that immunity cover It is also pertinent to note that immunity cover breeds corruption. When state governors are shielded from immunity, they tend to act above the law, and they feel they are above the law because they are not held accountable for their actions, and this can improve corrupt practices amongst governments. State governors should be held accountable for their actions, for we must not allow our governors to be covered by a veil of immunity. They must be held responsible for their actions. Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "The care of human and their happiness." Thomas Jefferson once said, and I quote, "The care of human and their happiness and not their destruction is the only object of good government. We must prioritize the public interest over personal gain." As Nelson Mandela once said, "A leader is not there to serve themselves but to serve the people." Immunity shields the governors from accountability, and this allows them to prioritize personal gain over the public interest. It does not safeguard the citizens' rights, and it leads to human rights abuse. I will be back.
All right. So you had the opening comments of Ochia Odibe Charisma. She is from ASGS, Agbede Senior Grammar School. She's 15 and in SS3. Our opponent, Olachi Vanessa Nwagwu, is from King's Anchor College. She's only 13. She's in SS2. It's her turn to open.
Right, Olachi, your time starts now.
Does the immunity given to state governor hinder or promote good governance? Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper. Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, my co-debaters, ladies and gentlemen. As the anchor had previously announced, I am Nwagwu Olachi, a student of King's Anchor College, and I am here to oppose the motion which states that state governors should not have immunity cover. Firstly, what is immunity? Immunity is a cover of legal protection given to state governors to shield them from civil or criminal liability for actions taken during their time in the office. For centuries, the concept of immunity has shielded many governors from civil or criminal liability, and this has positively affected their effectivity in so many ways. Firstly, immunity gives governors the opportunity to focus on governance. It allows them to focus on their duties without constant fear of frivolous lawsuits. For example, the former governor of Kaduna State, Governor Nasri El-Rufai, who was sued by a group of individuals who alleged he had made defamatory statements against them, but were later dismissed by the court to further allow him to focus on his duties. Secondly, immunity protects governors from politically motivated lawsuits. With immunity, it prevents the opponents from using legal tactics to harass or undermine a governor's policies. Furthermore, immunity protects the authority and dignity of the governor's position. It preserves the authority and respect associated with the gubernatorial position. Additionally, having immunity aligns with international practices. In so many countries like India, high-ranking government officials enjoy some form of immunity from legal proceedings while in office. This practice has been seen as a way to protect the continuity and stability of the government. Also, immunity facilitates quick decision-making. With immunity, governors can make any decision without fear of legal consequences. For example, during the cholera outbreak, the governor of Lagos State was able to use state funds to make sure that his citizens can recover quickly without fear of legal consequences. Immunity also prevents retaliation. With immunity, people can't sue a governor after elections. In conclusion, immunity balances the accountability of governors with the rights of the citizens. Thank you.
All right. So you just heard the opening round. The voice you heard was Olachi Nwagwu, 13 years of age, SS2 student of King's Anchor College. And before her, she had had Charisma Ochia. She's the 15-year-old SS3 student of Agbede Senior Grammar School. We'll take a break. When we come back, it will be time for these two young minds to rebut each other's points. There's a whole lot more to come if you would only stick around. Stay with us.
Obiwizi is Nigeria's pioneer e-commerce platform for pre-owned gadgets. They are Nigeria's home of gadgets with warranties, where you can purchase all your favorite devices and quality accessories, both brand new and pre-owned. You can also trade in your older devices for a newer model in a simple and convenient way. To crown it all, when you decide to sell off that device of yours to meet that important cash obligation, Obiwizi is your guy. Literally your guy. With offline and pickup stores in Ikeja, Lekki, Abuja, and Benin, Obiwizi delivers nationwide. So make sure you are following Obiwizi on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page. Yes, that is on Instagram. You could send an email to the email address info@obiwizi.com or go to the website at www.obiwizi.com. They are also on X at Obiwizi. Literally Obiwizi. Obiwizi is spelled Obiwizy. Yes, Obiwizi. Follow them on all pages and of course all social media platforms and get that device of your dreams.
Welcome back. Second debate of the day between Olachi and Charisma. Olachi is of King's Anchor College. Charisma is from Agbede Senior Grammar School. The debate topic, by the way, state governors should not have immunity cover. These two students are arguing for and against. Charisma had argued that the governors should have the cover, and Olachi had said they shouldn't.
No, Charisma said they shouldn't indeed have.
Charisma said they shouldn't.
Yes.
Yes.
And Olachi said they should.
They should.
Yes.
Okay. Flip the script. Now it's time to debate, to rebut each other's comments.
Yes, and for this round, we will start with Olachi, who is the motion opposer. Olachi, it is time to refute your opponent's points.
State governors should have immunity cover because it is very useful in so many ways. As my opponent had said, it shields state governors from accountability. But this is not true, as governors can be held accountable through other means. For example, they can be held through elections, through impeachment, and other political processes other than the courts. Also, my opponent here said it allows governors to prioritize personal gain over public goods. But this is also not true, as it promotes focus on public needs. With immunity, state governors can focus on the public needs and also advance the interests of the state. Also, immunity upholds the doctrine of separation of power. With immunity, the judiciary does not interfere with the executive's functions. Immunity also upholds the supremacy of the Constitution. With immunity, governors are able to act within the constitutional framework. And lastly, immunity is seen as a way of recognizing the importance of the office as well as the significant functions that come along with it. Thank you.
All right, she rests her case.
With nearly 3 minutes to go.
A lot of time to go.
I see that. Well, we will hand the mic now to her opponent, Ochia Odibe Charisma. It is time to refute your opponent's points.
Absolute power corrupts absolutely, and immunity ensures it persists. The words of Nelson Mandela, a great African leader. Back like I never left, I remain my humble self, Ochia Charisma, still firm in the soil of confidence. In the opposing side of the motion, state governors should not have immunity cover. My opponents here have said quite a lot, but I beg to differ. My opponents mentioned that immunity shields the governors from politically motivated lawsuits, but I must say I sincerely beg to disconcur. A robust judiciary should be capable of distinguishing between frivolous lawsuits and politically motivated lawsuits. The judiciary is independent, and that is the judiciary is independent, and that is their job to review the works of the state governors and other government officials. Next, my opponent said immunity ensures the focus on governance by government officials, but I must sincerely say that Immunity rather shields governors from legitimate accountability. It allows them to feel they are above the law, and this contradicts the principle of rule of law, where no one is above the law regardless of their position or status. Next, my opponent said it relates with international precedents, but I must say that even though other countries are involving themselves in such actions, is it truly a decisive action for us to engage in that? I sincerely believe that state governors should not have immunity cover. My opponents also said it leads to quick decision making. But as I said earlier, immunity allows governors to prioritize their personal gain over the gains of the public. For instance, several governors in Nigeria have been accused of embezzling state funds. Similarly, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) estimates that Nigeria loses approximately $1 billion annually to corruption. Is that the same benefits of immunity? I leave that for my opponent to ponder on. Next, my opponent said that it aligns with the rule of the Constitution, but I failed to understand that point. But immunity, it does not in any way align with the principle of the corruption of the Constitution, because the Constitution rightly says that no one should be above the law regardless of their position or status. So immunity does not align with the principle of rule of law. Now, after having straightened out a few of my opponent's points, I will give more points to buttress my stance. Now, transparency is key. We must support the motion that governors should be held accountable for their actions. Sunlight is the best disinfectant, as the saying goes. When governors know that they are scrutinized and they can be held accountable for their actions, they are more willing to engage in good practices that will ultimately benefit the state and its citizens. And they will also think of implementing policies that will benefit us all in the long run. Next, miscarriage of justice. Immunity breeds a miscarriage of justice in the sense that governors are shielded from corrupt practices and other human rights abuse and corruption when ordinary citizens are held for such actions. By encouraging immunity, we give the citizens a view that the law applies differently to different sets of people, and those in power can evade justice. But this is not true. We must sincerely believe that accountability, transparency, and is essential for good governance. I will be back.
The first week of I Beg to Differ Season 8 is over, with 60 more players left in the...
Thank you very much. This debate and that rebuttal round is over. We've heard both candidates, and when we come back, it will be time to close the argument. It's almost like the machine couldn't wait to go on that break. We'll take that break now. When we come back, it will be time to close their argument. I'm talking about Olachi and Charisma of King's Anchor College and Agbede Senior Grammar School, respectively. Stick around. We'll be back shortly.
Lucas Green is offering something special. Get 2 stunning dresses, 2 fabulous jumpsuits, a chic top with your choice of skirts or trousers, all for just 160,000 naira. But don't wait. Pre-order by November 30th to grab this exclusive bundle. Delivered just 25 days after payment. Hurry, cause styles like this don't last long. Message us on WhatsApp at 070-328-67011 to place your order today. Lucas Green, bringing your custom look to life. Or visit our Instagram at womenwear_by_Lucas Green, or our website at www.womenswearbylucasgreen.com.
Thanks to Lucas Green, our fashion plug. I have a feeling that Yvonne and I would be sporting a number of Lucas Green fashion wears during the course of this final. We'll let you know when we do. But thanks very much for that. Also, special thanks to Obi Weezy for all the gadgets through the years since we commenced I Beg to Differ Students Debate. And special thanks to Tollywood College, our prize sponsor. Not to leave out Biloxi, Codros, and Card Central Nigeria Limited.
Now we will hear the closing round of the debate between Ochia Odibe Charisma and Olachi Vanessa Nwagwu. For this round, we will start, or rather revert, to the motion supporter. Ochia, it is time to rest your case. You will get 3 minutes to do so.
Good governance is characterized by transparency and accountability. My name is Ochia Charisma, and I'm here to bring my argument to a close. We must reinforce the principle that those in power should not be above the law. In the long run, we must forge towards an era that is characterized by transparency and accountability, where our governors are held accountable for their actions that are taken while in office. Permit me to take you on a ride. Okay, where is good governance where corruption holds sway? Permit me to take you on a ride to Botswana, where the removal of immunity led to significant reductions in corruption. Welcome back to Nigeria, where corruption, abuse of power, and embezzlement of funds is the concurrent that is eating deep into the fabric of our society. We must reinforce the principle that those in power are to be held accountable. Our notable example is James Ibori, a state governor who was shielded from prosecution due to his immunity for his actions taken, such as embezzling state funds. Another significant example is the melodrama that occurred at the residence of Yahaya Bello, a former governor of Kogi State, in April 17, 2024, which involved the men of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission trying to gain entry into his house to effect his arrest. Next, we cannot fail to forget Rotimi Amechi, a former governor who was accused of embezzling state funds and human rights abuse with overwhelming evidence, but was still shielded by immunity. We must forge towards a society where those in power are not above the law, for this disregards the rule of law and prevents, or rather shields, governors from accountability. I stand to conclude that removing immunity of state governors is essential and noteworthy due to its potential benefits. Even though it may raise eyebrows and spark fire, it is crucial to delve into it due to its potential advantages. The esteemed panel of judges, the ever-attentive audience, with this cogent, well-articulated and detailed point of mind, I am completely sure that I've been able to convince you beyond any outer or shadow of doubt or confusion that state governors should definitely not have immunity cover. The time has come to shatter the shield of immunity that has long covered governors from accountability, allowing them to act with impunity. We must forge towards an era characterized by transparency, accountability, and lack of abuse of power. This is my humble submission as I rest my case. Thank you.
Well done, Charisma. Now we will hear from Olachi.
Massive Charisma. Olachi, God's own jewel. You get your opportunity to close your argument.
Right.
Are you ready?
That time is now.
Accountability is important, but should it be at the expense of the convenience of our governors? I remain Olachi Vanessa from King's Anchor College, and I still oppose the motion, which states that state governors should have immunity cover. As we have seen, not only does immunity protect our governors, but it also promotes focus on public needs. With this, I say that state governors should have immunity cover as it prevents constant distractions that facilitates good governance, which is highly needed in this world. Thank you.
Well done.
All right, so the debate ends. Now over to the judges. Well, the interesting insights. Thank you, everyone, especially our friends who dropped their messages on Facebook. Wester Jerry says, wow, what a good way of starting a debate. Good, you guys, I guess. Michael Joel says, good job to both Etubom, Femi, Obong-Daniels, and Yvonne, whatever that means. Thank you. Wow. What is going on earth? I'm watching you from Jupiter. God bless you. Your name is Jamb Waek Neko. What is your problem? Sarah Phillips says, Please, from tomorrow, no students should wear berets to the studio again. No. I didn't know what you were complaining about. All right. Maybe it was that first time when Charisma was struggling.
Again, I would say leave these debaters alone.
Leave us with our berets. All right. I see you, Akobo Ndugoswil Ujunwa, said I said it. You can't imagine that. Eric Chris, the kids are doing great. Kudos to them. May the best debater win. He also says, good job, Yvonne, and a two-bomb Femi. You've taken this a two-bomb thing too. All right. Thank you very much. Plenty of comments. Yvonne will be sharing some of them with you as we go. There'll also be an opportunity to open the phone lines and hear from you all as we progress. We'll take one more break. When we come back, it will be decision time. Stay with us.
Tollywood College is a modern co-educational day school poised to provide a perfect learning environment for students between the ages of 10 and 16. We are dedicated to innovation and excellence in teaching and learning. I'm talking about research, scholarship, creative activities, service, and public engagement. You will find that innovation and excellence in all these fields when you meet a Tollywood College student. We aim to create students that are successful, lifelong learners, confident individuals, and responsible citizens of society. We want our students to be proud of themselves and their school through the values of integrity, inclusiveness, responsiveness, accountability, collaboration, and sustainability. At Tollywood College, we arm our students with technological supremacy and help integrate it to values, morals, and our cultural legacy. The school curriculum has been painstakingly planned on scientific guidelines to provide students with intellectual stimulation, physical robustness, social adaptability, emotional independence, and leadership qualities. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this beautiful citadel of learning, an experience like no other at Tollywood College, where potentials are unlocked and given premium value. For inquiries, kindly contact us at the email address info@tollywoodcollege.com. That is info@tollywoodcollege.com, or go to the website at www.tollywoodcollege.com. I repeat, www.tollywoodcollege.com. You could also go to the physical address to see things for yourself at kilometer 43 Lekki Ekpe Expressway by Canaan Land Estate, Shongotedo, Aja, Lagos. Rest assured, we will be waiting.
Welcome back. Charisma has charisma. The words of Adekunjo Abdul Ghaffar. He also says, use your time, for God's sake. I'm not sure who he was referring to. Maybe that was for Olachi. I'm not sure.
Uzoma says, good job, guys and panel of judges. Uzoma, thank you for sharing that. This one says, good evening, Uncle Femi. I just realized Obong is your name. How come, sir?
Pay me, I'll tell you. Offer me something, I'll show you. Whatever. All right, some of these comments I'm reading are from YouTube. Ebby Diamond says, well done, Charisma. Clara Ebosele says, they both tried, good debate. Sam Mba234 says, good job, Charisma. A good use of your time, and I love your points. Sunset Shimmer 14 goes, God bless all the competitors.
This message says, this is a hot topic, feisty in nature that should jostle us out of our seats. I expected the debaters to do more. Oga Femi and Yvonne, it seems they are scared of mentioning names. Can I help them? but names were mentioned, weren't they?
Yes, a few names were mentioned.
This one says, both sides are doing well, nothing spoiled. May God help our children and make them greater than us. Amen. Jerry from Ogun State, thank you.
All right, it is time now to decide. It's 20 minutes to the hour. So let's go to the scorecards as prepared by the judges. All right, pay attention, Charisma. Pay attention, Olachi. I will take each round, one after the other, so you can follow through. For the presentation round, George Ama scores charisma 7. Olachi 11. George Ufoma scores charisma 6.5. Olachi 12. Chief Judge Chike scores charisma 6.5. Olachi 10.5. At this stage for the presentation rounds, 20 total points to charisma and 33.5 to Olachi. We go to the rebuttal rounds. George Ama scores charisma 10. Olachi 8. George Ufoma scores charisma 9. Olachi 6. Chief Judge Chike scores charisma. Pardon me. Let me go over your rebuttal rounds again, just so we're clear. Rebuttal round, George Ama scores charisma 10, Olachi 8. 10-8. George Ufoma scores charisma 13, Olachi 6. Chief Judge Chike scores charisma 8.5, Olachi 8. For a total rebuttal points haul of 31.5 to charisma and 22 to Olachi. At this stage, it is very, very close. Very, very close. At this stage, it is 51.5 to charisma and 55.5 to Olachi, which takes us to the closing argument, which also takes into account your style, your ability, your convincing argument. In the end, did you convince the judges? Closing arguments. George Ama scores charisma 8, Olachi 4.5. George Ufoma scores charisma 9, Olachi 4. Chief Judge Chike scores charisma 7.5, Olachi 3.5. For a total closing argument score of 24.5 to charisma and 12 to Olachi. So for your total, charisma, George Ama gave you 25, George Ufoma gave you 28.5, and Chief Judge Chike gave you 22.5 for a total of 76. Olachi, George Ama gave you 23.5, Judge Ufoma gave you 22, and Chief Judge Chike gave you 22 for a total of 67.5. At this point, it's down to diction infraction deductions. Courtesy of Judge Yvonne, charisma, you had a deduction of 7 points for diction infraction. And Olachi, you had a deduction of 4, which gives us a total score of 69 points to 63.5 for the winner, progressor to the round of 16. Congratulations, Ochia, Odibe, Charisma, Agbede Senior Grammar School. You progress. Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. You feel good about it, huh?
Not really.
Not really. Tell me why.
Because I expected to do better.
Well, I agree. There's room for improvement. Yvonne will tell you a lot more about that later.
Yes. Well done to both of you. To you, my dear Olachi. You froze a bit. Especially, I knew that you were going to freeze when you saw the topic and you went, oh my God. I knew that was going to happen. It seemed as though you didn't prepare as well for the opposing side, did you? Oh, it's all right, my darling. You are quite a feisty debater. I could see that. But because you hadn't prepared as well as you should have, that's impacted your delivery today. But it's all right. You can come back in March. Okay? Would love to have you back in March. Would love to see that. There's no need to cry, my love. Okay? You have another time, another season to prepare for, right? So send in your entry when the time comes and come better prepared. When we send emails telling you to prepare for both sides, we actually mean prepare for both sides. All right? Don't prepare for one side and assume, maybe this is the side I will get. No, you have to prepare for both sides.
Best part, Olachi, you're only 13.
Exactly.
You're in SS2. I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of you on the debate stage. I think you will succeed. And the next time you're here, you'll be a little more mature, okay? A little more experienced, because the experiences you'll get here, if you put them in your left hand, when you come back, you will be the better for it.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
At this point, I need you both to listen to areas you need to work on.
Yes, please. Thank you, Femi. First of all, I would say, as I've said so far in this competition, you have to ensure that your subjects and the verb agree in the sentence you're making. All right? Please pay attention to that. Also, it is doctrine. All right, Olachi, it is doctrine, not doctrine. Doctrine. It is cover, both of you. Cover, not cover. Cover, all right? There's a difference between abuse and abuse. Abuse is the noun. Abuse is the verb. Abuse is the action. Abuse is the act. It is describing, it is a way of saying, how do I make this easier now? So when you abuse someone, you are engaging in the act. All right? But abuse, which is the noun, is the act itself. All right? It is the act itself that is being performed. So there's a difference between abuse and abuse. Take note of that. Both of you, it is above, not above.
They are spelled the same way, by the way.
Yes.
So don't, I know your mind will be thinking of advice. Okay, the spelling is different, but in this case, it's the same.
Yes.
S-E,
It is just that depending on the class of what it is, if it is a noun, it is abuse. If it is a verb, it is abuse. And it is above, both of you, not above. All right? It is above. It is this, not this. This, it is that, not that. That, it is with, not with. Okay? Not with. It is does, not does. Does. To both of you, it is other, not other. Okay? Other, not other. It is confusion, not confusion. Confusion. It is sword, not sword. All right, Ochia. It is sword, not sword. It is sword. To both of you, it is governor, not governor. Governor. All right, it is governor, not governor. It is. There's a difference between cut and court. Cut, to cut someone up. All right. Court, the place to seek redress, or a place where people play sports, say basketball, for example. So it is court and cut. All right. I'm sure you meant court, but you said cut. It is court. Legal, not legal. Legal. Both of you, not legal. Okay? Legal. Goodness. It is capable, not capable. I'm sorry. I'm sure Lagosians are tired of me at this point, but it's all right. I will do this.
It's capable.
It is capable, not capable. All right? Capable.
Capability.
Absolutely. Okay, I believe I have one more here. It is cogent, not cogent. Honey, when he said that, I almost froze. It is cogent. All right, not cogent. Cogent. Yes.
All right. Well done, both of you. Remember some of these areas to work on.
Yes.
Okay. I like the whole the above part of it. It's a word that doesn't rhyme with too many other words. Above only rhymes with love
and dove. Yes, it is not dove, both of you. Just note that now.
Dove.
It is
and
dove,
love,
okay?
And gloves, maybe.
Gloves, yes.
You know.
And rough too.
Yeah.
Rough.
You know,
but
so
the V there is.
So it's not above, huh? Look on us with favor from above. No. All right. Buchi says, wow, I love this. Kudos. He also says the closing round was Olachi's undoing. She wasn't prepared for.
And honestly, one of the judges agree. One of the judges agrees.
Yeah.
Ufoma said the same thing.
Yes, certainly. I mean, it was almost like, hi, bye. In the
exactly.
closing round.
You know what? I'm done. Bye. Peace.
Don't stress me, all of you. Well, Samba234 says, well done to both of you. Appreciate it.
This one says, thank you, Nigeria Info. I have learned something today. I never knew that abuse, as used in the verb form, is differently pronounced from the noun form. You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome,
so
John.
So if you abuse somebody, you are guilty of abuse.
Right. Today's debate is not really like other days, but the girls did their best. Chike from Okota with that message.
You know, it's the same as use and use.
Yes.
It's the same
goodness.
thing. So you use something, you use somebody, but the noun form is use.
What is the use of what you're saying?
I have no use for this money you just sent to my account.
I have no use.
You have any use for the money sent to your account?
Family, please send me more money.
You have plenty use.
I have
so
plenty.
It's usefulness. So the noun is use. The verb, the action part is use. I am using my time to though I don't think it's of any use.
Right.
To use my time to beg you. I'm using my time to beg you, though I don't think it's of any use. See the difference? Use.
Yes, I forgot to mention this one. It is authority, not authority. Authority, okay? Frivolous, not frivolous. Frivolous. All right.
Okay.
Individual, my goodness. I meant to say, it is not individual. Individual. Yeah. Okay, it is J. That D at the end is J, not do. Individual. All right.
There are a number of words where you have the options for the G sound and the D sound, like education.
Yes.
Sometimes some people can say, but the first option is edu. It's better to stick to the first option. It improves your speaking ability in no time.
Usama says, no way, we can't be tired of you at all. Aw, look at you.
We can't be tired of Teacher Njoku.
He goes on to say, we are out of time, but
we did not take phone calls.
Oh, goodness.
This is horrible. Now we have 30 seconds.
Oh, we do.
We gotta go. You will get your topic.
In fact, here it is.
There you go. Congratulations. See you in the round of 16.
Your opponents will be the debater from the previous hour.
Special thanks to Sheriff Quadri, producer Olamide Faduju, Kenneth Adueme, and Abdul Salam Babatunde. I'm Femi Obong-Daniels, and she is
Yvonne Okhaifo.
More news and information.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
We'll be back in a moment. In the cooking game, 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.